Got the fireplace going. It's time to talk about 5 cozy hobbies that we're gonna try this autumn season. So this is not sponsored. These are all things that I have been into lately and that I have been doing or have done in the past that I kind of have a tendency to restart to do when it's getting dark and chilly and I'm stuck in my house a lot more often and I don't wanna just scroll. Ugh. There's nothing worse than just scrolling on Instagram and Facebook constantly. So let me show you my 5 ideas and hopefully it'll give you guys some ideas. I will link up here for you. I did one earlier in the year with 10 hobbies, and so check that one out also if you're needing some more ideas. Let's get to number 1. I got the giggles. Stick with me here, okay? Don't be like, what, Leslie? Because when I first saw it, I was like, okay, this is odd. I love this. This is so interesting. This is called Myrtle, and it is a murder mystery that you have to solve using logic. And when I first started to do it, I had no idea. I was like, what is this logic? I don't understand the logic. Because they teach you at the beginning what the logic is, like how to use that. And it really wasn't a way that like my brain was working. But once I started doing it, and then when I solve them, I get so excited and I'm still in the elementary phase. So you can work your way up to where it just gets harder and harder and harder. Let me show you a little bit like what this is so you guys aren't just like, okay, Myrtle, okay, great. No, let me show you a little bit more about it. All right, so I'm in volume 1 and they have several volumes. So once you get going, you're just gonna want more. So 100 elementary to impossible mysteries to solve using logic, skill, and the power of deduction. So basically, let me show you in here. They give you like how to solve, and they give you like, here's like the players that are in it, and then the places that it could have happened, and then what it could happen with. So this was just the example, so I didn't do that one. But it teaches you, and don't be scared and think, oh, I'll never get it, because you'll get it. Because let me show you some when I very first started. So I'm in elementary, and when I got the giggles again. When I very first started, I'm kind of like, wait, what is happening? And the more I started going, the more I was like, oh, I'm figuring it out. Okay. And some I still struggled with. And then, let's see, right here, this is where I really started figuring it out. So it took me 5 different rounds to truly understand what I was doing. And then I was hooked. And then I'm just like, okay, oh yeah, I know what I'm doing. And I just start going and going and going. And I'm just getting all of them in. And so you guys are going to love this. I swear it will suck you into this whole murder mystery world. And you're going to be wanting to know, did, Coach Raspberry or General Coffee or Bookie Winner Gainsborough do it? I mean, it is hilarious and it's very entertaining, very wholesome, and just really fun. The last thing that I really love about doing this hobby, you're gonna laugh at me. I love that it's a book, like an old school workbook. Here comes Evie. What does Evie want? She wants a treat. Yeah, this is my number 1 hobby. She requires treats all day, yes, and lots of love and lots of walks, and she's so sweet. What do you want right now? Do you want a treat? Huh? Check this out. I'll leave this link down below. You're gonna wanna try this. And if you ever have done this or try it, please comment and let me know your thoughts on it. And have you got to where you can do like the impossible ones? Because I haven't even got there, but I was looking at them and I'm like, I don't know. Oh, yeah, wish me luck. Okay, I know we're supposed to be stopping the scrolling, but we're not gonna be scrolling. We're gonna be doing something productive that's fun. This does require a computer. I got turned on to this by my neighbor Sharon, and it is a game called Redecor. And in Redecor, remember, this isn't sponsored, you go online, it's literally, I think, redecor.com. I'll have everything, linked down below. You get to design a room, and then people vote on them. And the funny thing is, the thing that kills me about this, when you first begin, like I'm a newbie, like I just started recently, and I was like, oh, I have to share this. I hardly have any money in it, because I'm not gonna spend any money, so you get like an allotted amount of money. Oh, they want you to spend money. beware. You know how all these games go. You know, I still play June's Journey, and I still don't spend money on there. And I still play. If I don't have any money, well, you know what? I'll just come back and play when I, you know, because you accumulate it over time. My designs are kind of ugly. And I'm like, how am I ever supposed to like win? Because you're like competing, it'll show like 2 and then people are voting. How am I ever supposed to win when my designs are ugly? Because I don't have money to like have the cool like pillows or, you know, paint colors or bedding and all this stuff. But I challenge myself to do the best I can with what I have, because you know what, that's kind of what real life is like. You know, we don't all have just unlimited income to spend on, you know, home decor. And so we just make the best with what we have, and that's okay. So this game really gets that mindset for you at the beginning. It does get better as you go along because you're earning, and then you're starting to accumulate, you know, to have more options to see or whatever for your designs. But redecor, you're gonna thank me if you love to decorate rooms. Okay, I feel like my face is all up in the camera. All right, next, I'm sad. I want to show you this because it was so beautiful. This is what we're going to be doing next. We're making coasters. But before you're like turned off by this is so neat. I made this beautiful coaster and I broke it. I'm so sad. But the only reason it's staying together is because there's cork on the back of the tile, and so it's holding it together. But this is such a neat hobby. Me and my neighbor Sharon, you're in this video a lot. We went and took a class on how to make coasters, and it was just so eye-opening and interesting. And so the cool thing about this hobby is you can take a hobby that you are doing and then turn it into another video that we always do, and those are like thoughtful gifts. So I have these Christmas transfers, and I have my blank tiles, which I will list the tiles down below. And then I get my transfers from Iron Orchid Designs, and I do believe there's other transfers out there. I just don't ever use them because I feel like these are such high quality. Though here's the hard thing, I can't really link where to buy them. Well, let me say this. I can link where you can purchase them, but they have like limited retailers around the country. And so you have to pick one that's near you or one that sells online for you. And so I will leave that down below so you can find them. Or yes, definitely you can use another company of transfers. But let me show you how fun and easy this is, and then how thoughtful you can put this together to make a nice little Christmas gift. So this one that we're gonna use, we're gonna try and make Christmas ones. I absolutely love it. These come with this little transfer stick, which is very important. Oh, I'm already in love. Right off the bat, I have to make this bird. Like this bird, done making this bird. Let me show you how easy this is. So you're just going to cut out the transfer. So let me take this off here so I can get a feel for how it's gonna lay on my thing. And then all you do, once you figure out, like, do you want it at an angle? Do you want it straight up and down? You know, that kind of thing. Is you figure out where you want it. Then you just put it down. And you take your little stick and you just rub it. It transfers on there so easy. And then where it is on the edge right here, you're just going to put it over and you're gonna rub it down there so it just like goes on the edge. See how I have so much extra down here at the bottom? I should have cut that because I only want a little bit of overlap. So let me cut that. That, so then I can transfer this side down, and then we're just going to pull it off. Oh, I can't get over how nice this feels. It's so smooth. It's almost like it always ends up feeling like it's just like embedded in this tile. And then, so here's something I think I'm going to do. I don't like this straight line right here. I'm gonna take some of this and add this in over on the sides to where it laps over. Oh, Leslie's getting creative. Okay, so I'm gonna just let this one chill for a little bit and I'm gonna move on to the next one. I'm gonna make 4 of these. There's the piece I'm missing. I'm gonna make 4 of these and then I'll show you what we're gonna do. Okay, this is what I use to seal them. I use this Krylon Crystal Clear because it does a really great job of moisture resistant after it dries. So that way, you know, you don't leak your leaky drink on it and cause the design to go away. So I'm gonna go spray this on and then I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna package these up. Okay, so I have these adorable little burlap wine sacks. I showed them back in the thoughtful gift. These fit down in here so perfectly, like so nice. So what you could do, you could do the little fold over trick. Then you could tie a little thing right here. But then this is gonna be the fun part and you're gonna have to come back for another video to see this. These are the IOD stamps. And what I plan to do is decorate the little gift bag with them. I think that'll be so adorable, but I have a gift video coming up here in the near future and you'll get to see how to do this and how we can make a thoughtful gift just look so nice. Okay, next up, you're probably thinking, Leslie, really? A Cricut? Yes, we need to talk about the Cricut Joy and how much of a fun hobby that this can be for you. I had to turn the fireplace off. I was getting hot. We ended up getting into the 70s here today, so it was like, oh, okay, I don't need the fireplace anymore. Normally, I don't spend that much money on a hobby. And yes, the Cricut Joy, I think runs about $139. But it's one of those items that I actually feel like it's worth it if you're gonna use it. I mean, you can make cards, you can make t-shirts, you can make, you know, cups, you can vinyl on bags, you can do all kinds of things. So there's like a lot of different things that you can do to really get your money's worth and really just like help that creative outlet that gives you something to do other than just be, you know, on the internet all the time. I have decided, well, this isn't, I'm making a birthday card for a party that I have this weekend, but I have decided to make my Christmas cards. And I just thought that that would be super special and that would just give me something to do to help like kill the time and that type of thing. And so this Christmas, I'm gonna make all my Christmas cards with the Cricut Joy. And I just think it's gonna be so much fun. And it just really makes it personalized. And this is so fun and you can be so creative. I have a really awesome tutorial on how to use the Cricut Joy. It's got thousands and thousands of views and it's a really, I just have to say, I watched it yesterday. I'm a little cheesy at the beginning. You always got to be critical of your own videos, but it's a really good video to show how to do this. And I have to say, this is so simple. This Cricut Joy makes it just so easy. And if you're ever bored or you want to do something special, you can make birthday cards, Christmas cards, anniversary cards, thank you cards, anything. And it's just a fun little hobby and it does kill the time and it gives you just something to use your brain. And then see, I love this one because this one you switch out and you get to use both the pen and the blade. Then it just does everything for you. And then I'll show you what it looks like when it's all done. This is for my little niece's birthday that we're going to tomorrow. Oh, this is gonna be so cute. And then I think we'll use hot pink. Oh, this is gonna be adorable. So for our 5th hobby, in the last hobby video, a lot of you guys were talking about, well, what about crocheting and that type of thing? Well, I have to be very transparent here and let you know that that is not my thing. That's not my cup of tea. I'm not very good at it, but I do have something that I really enjoy doing. It's super simple. It's great for beginners. And no one ever even really knows that it's like a beginner did it because it turns out so nice. So one of my favorite things to do is the loop yarn blankets. So I have this beautiful green here and I'm going to make a baby blanket for my newest grandson that's coming. And his room is gonna be so cute. It's being done like with greens and stuff like that. So anyway, I found this loop yarn and I wanna show you how to do this. I haven't began, I wanna start with you. Obviously this isn't like a whole tutorial, but once you figure even out how to do the first row, you can do the rest of it so easy. And I will leave a tutorial down below that I learned how to do this years ago. And so I encourage you to do this because the sense of accomplishment you get by doing this is so fun and so easy. And so if you were ever intimidated and you don't know how to, do all the crochet work and all that kind of stuff, you can do this. Because if I can do this, you can do this. Okay, so this is the kind that I enjoy using. I order this from Joann Fabric. I'll leave a link down below. I feel like it does a really nice job, and it is so soft, and it's machine washable and dryable, so you can be really rough with these. I have grandkids that have these. I've had them for 4 years, and they're still holding up great. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to open up your little loop. Keep it together, otherwise it starts to become, I feel like, a hot mess. So see how it has this little string here? I personally don't feel like that's enough to have it hooked in, so I take scissors and I'm going to snip that apart. And I'm just making my string a little bigger. I'm going to do one more, so I do 2 loops. You'll see right in here that there's just like that little space right there, and you can just cut that apart. Okay, this will come into play later. This is how you're going to kind of like seal up your blanket. All right, this is where you're going to decide how big your baby blanket is going to be. So I think if I remember right off of the top of my head, I think I did 50 loops for my grandkids' blankets, which was about, I can't remember if it ended up being about 3 feet. I know it was 30 some odd inches. So what I do is I count out 50 loops. This is very important. This is how it's all going to start. And then that'll be like the width of the blanket. All right, here are my 50 loops, all counted out to down here. And see how I have them all facing up? We're just going to start off nice and neat. It helps keep us organized. And now we're going to start with the 50th loop, which we're going to go to the 51st. We're going to bring this back around this way, and I'll show you how we start to loop it together. It is so easy, I promise. Okay, so this right here is my number 50, and so this is 51. And after this counting, it won't matter. But you're just going to take this one. See how I kind of turned this yarn? I'm going to get it started to go back that way. You're just going to take this 51st one and run it through that one. It's just like that. And then you're going to do the same thing with the next one. It's so simple. So see, you're just pulling it through. And at first it kind of looks like a hot mess and you're like, okay. But after you do a couple rows, it starts to really make sense. And so you're just putting them through. Now I got to tell you something that's super important, because you're going to just kick yourself if you do this. And I've done it several times. If you accidentally miss a loop, you have to go back and do the whole row again, because you'll have to take it out because it's real obvious and it looks terrible. So see how after I'm pulling it through, I'm just kind of going like this? I do that just because I'm trying to keep it neat. The neater I am while I do it, the less chance I have of missing a loop. And so that's just really good advice. So once you get to doing this, you will fly through this. So here's what it's looking like on the front. If you missed one on the back, you'd be able to see it because it would be sticking out. So there, you're starting to get the idea of how easy this is to come together. All right, well, I'm gonna get this blanket finished up. If you guys have any questions or comments, let me know down below. I'll probably end up posting this over on Instagram, or Facebook, either one. Make sure you're following me over there, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.